Against my better judgment, the owner brought me some Laquer primer, and there's a reason that I don't use Laquer primer. What's going on, guys? Theros and the Vlog back again. We're in the garage working on the Dodge. I'm taking care of prepping the rest of the bed, getting ready for some primer. And in this video, we're going to talk about why I do not like Laquer primer. Before we can do that, we got to get everything prepped up and ready. So working my way down the bedsides, getting this old paint stripped off, basically because this is the original paint. It's a Laquer paint and it's way past its age. So we're just getting everything stripped down so we can make sure we have a good surface to lay our paint and our primer on. Alright, so against my better judgment, the owner brought me some Laquer primer, and there's a reason that I don't use Laquer primer. And the reason is, you see I shot the side of the bed, and I was halfway through the front, and I still have to shoot the other side, and that Laquer primer has dried my gun. You see right there, it's kind of hard to see, but there are chunks of primer in the gun, and every single time I mix it, no matter if I over reduce it, I get the same result. After about a cup of primer, I get to the next cup, go to refill it, and it starts clogging up the gun. So I've taken the gun apart. I'm going to clean the gun after I've taken it apart, and then put it back together, and hopefully I can finish shooting this thing. But that's the reason that I use a 2K primer from like Speedokote or something like that, because I need something consistent. I don't have time to stop and clean out my gun while I'm shooting primer. So if I'm doing something wrong, if you guys know something better about this Laquer primer, I look on the can and it says 1:1, and I did a 1:1 plus probably 30%. It's probably what I did, and I'm just not impressed. Every single time I use this stuff, it causes me a headache, and that's why I don't use it. I mean, I'll just throw it in the trash because I don't have time to waste. I just don't. Time you do all your body work, go through, get your primer and stuff on, you don't have time for your product to dry on the gun. And that's exactly what's happened here, which is why, if it sounds like I'm a little aggravated, I am. But it'll be the last time, I can tell you that much. Anybody else bring me Laquer primer, you can throw it in the trash. I'm not going to use it. Got the primer on here. I laid out okay. Dried pretty good. I've obviously got body work to do. But yeah, not too bad. Oh, that's actually dust on there. Must be dust floating around in here. Some little pinholes and whatnot, but like I said, I still got to block sand this. I will say one thing. This truck bed looks a heck of a lot better than it did when it came here, because you can see it's actually straight now. It is straight. That was not an easy feat. I am glad to see that, though. It's a lot straighter than it was. Now, granted, it's not perfectly straight because we still need to guide coat and block sand it, but that's a heck of a lot better than it was. Went ahead and threw some primer on the front. You still see some light areas there, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that section. It's going to get color, and that's about it. And yeah, you see dark shadows over here, so we got quite a bit of body work to do on that side. I may actually turn the bed around for that, not sure yet, because it's kind of tight over here at the tire machine and everything else. Let's see. I'll show you the primer. So this is the primer, 5-star extreme, just shoot it. High solids, acrylic lacquer, 1:1, high build, fast dry times. It did dry good. The build was probably just okay because I used a little bit more than 1:1 to get the flow through the gun. First cup ran through great, went to reload the gun, and as you saw in the footage, I had clogging, which I don't know. Let's walk up to the bench. So I was using a Leonardo with a where's the tip at? Using a Leonardo with a 2.0, a 2.0, and the fluid just stopped. It just stopped. Ended up finishing up with the R500, which you guys know I've been working on reviewing that gun, and it did run the rest of it. However, it was reduced to 2 parts lacquer thinner, 1 part primer at that point, because I was trying to get the flow through the other gun. Of course, it flowed out fine then. I don't know. I really just don't even want to fool with this stuff. I just go to what I use that works consistently, because every single time I've used a lacquer primer, I've had issues with it drying up in the gun. And right now, the garage is 60 degrees, 64 degrees. I did heat it up in here. First time I used lacquer primer several years back, it was summertime, and I was like, it's probably just because it's hot, and Nope, not this time. I guess it's just something that I'm missing. But anyway, I probably won't be using this stuff again. I may use it on a trailer or something, but that would be about it. I'm not a fan. I'll show you what I'm a fan of. Right here. That's what I'm a fan of. 2K urethane high build surfacer sealer primer from Speedokote. I like that one. Let's see. What else do I have here? I got that one here. You guys have seen me use the other primer. Oh yeah, that one right there, the epoxy primer. Pay no attention to this Summit Racing reducer. You see me use the epoxy primer before, so I like that one. I like that one. I like the original Speedokote primer. All those always flow good. They dry fast, and they work really well. Like, I have no qualms about any of that stuff. As you can see, I got a lot of Speedokote stuff going here. And yeah, PPG. That was here way back. Way back. Little fisheye reducer just in case. Although I typically don't get fisheyes unless I use crappy paint. Nason. I refuse to shoot Nason paint. I've used it twice. And I guess it's the value line or their cheaper version. Man, you might as well just throw it in the trash. Fish eyes, just thin as water, lays like, just terrible. Just terrible. Anyway, I'm done ranting and raving. I'm going to wrap it up for the night. It's been a long day. But the Dodge is coming along. Got some more body work to do. Yeah, I know you got stuff sitting on the truck. I do. I still got to body work the whole hood, so I'm not worried about scratches or anything. I did make some progress on the door and the fender. You can see I got this block down. That's where the emblem was at, or the badge was at. And then, so that's actually been blocked once, and then I've guide coated it again as I got my filler in there. That one there, down there, and just some small. This is actually the worst side of the truck. The other side's not near as bad. A couple small things on the other side. But yeah, it's coming along. Bed's got first bed of primer on there. This will probably mostly all get sanded back down, and I'll just go with Speedokote. Because I just hate when stuff doesn't work right. I don't like it. I don't like when stuff doesn't work. It's really aggravating because I don't have time to waste. And I don't have time to talk about what time I had to waste to fix the problem because I just don't have time. I want to get it done right the first time. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this segment of the video. Next time the camera turns on with the Dodge, we'll be working on this truck bed again. I'll probably just do another time lapse of me body working it to the point of time for paint, because that's what you guys want to see anyway. It's going to be going back this color. The paint will either be PPG or Speedokote. It's a coin toss right now. It depends on what happens in the next couple days. Probably going to be Speedokote. Who am I kidding? They take care of me. I'm going to take care of them. I think that's it. I'm tired. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm talking in circles. My name's Erwin. This 3 Wheels in a Block, where we're giving back what time is taken away. We'll see you soon.